2K Sports and the Corn Ferry Tour are proud to bring you this year's Q-School Final.
We're just about to begin our coverage of this exciting event.
Pleased you could join us for this first round action.
I'm Luke Elby, delighted to be alongside 2002 PGA champion Rich Beam.
Eagerly anticipating what we're going to see on the course later on today, Luke.
And let's see what he can do here today. Time for the second shot into the first. All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. Well, that's very crafty, isn't it?
Judging it beautifully.
And this one is for his par. Here we are at the second tee.
Players looking to make four here, but never disappointed with a par 5.
Oh, well done. Time for the second shot here on the second hole. Looked wet, didn't it? Oh, sometimes you need a hacksaw to get out of this rough. Playing their fifth shot.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
A bit long on that one. Good chance this one. Right on 6 feet.
That gets the job done.
Sitting at 2 over for the day.
Not much happening, moving down the leaderboard, never a good sign.
Here we are at the third.
Just one bunker surrounds the screen. A difficult par 3 to say the least.
Opting for the 6-iron.
Needs a little ground help to the left.
Left yourself an opportunity.
Would need to make a long putt to secure a birdie.
Just outside 10 feet to the hole here, right on 11 feet to be exact.
He's got this for his par.
Good putt that. Sitting at a couple over for the event.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
The 4th at TPC Boston, Rich. A great short par 4.
Players looking to make birdie or better. The only difficulty is finding that front bunker. That's when big numbers can be had. For sure, birdies galore.
Oh, caught up in some branches.
Well, this is one of those lies that dictates a shot. It doesn't seem like it's a tough one. Good look at a birdie here. Ooh. Just a 4-footer remaining. And in it goes for the par. Trailing by 5 shots after that hole.
Next up is this par 4 hole.
Dog legs from right to left. The big danger here is the green. 3 different tiers on this green. Find the correct one. You'll have a birdie opportunity. Miss it, and it's going to be a difficult 2-putt.
That is absolutely spot on.
This one from about 160 yards out. 5 shots off the pace. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. That's a shame. Just leaking left, that one. Getting ready to play their third. 5 shots off the lead. Didn't that look good for a long time? And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Nicely played. Moving on up the leaderboard now after that hole. This hole's a tough 2-shotter, a long par 4.
Bunkers down the right-hand side are a nuisance. The pond fronting the left part of the green should not come into play if players find the fairway off their tee shots. Second shot to a very flat green. You can get it close, but still difficult on this long par 4. Not too sure what they were trying to do with that swing.
The 6th hole, particularly the approach, Rich, at TPC Boston's a very strong one.
If they put the pin other than front left near the water, it's a good birdie opportunity. But once that pin sneaks over to the left-hand side, watch out. Bogeys and doubles come into the equation very quickly.
So I might need to set. Oh, absolutely flushed. Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
Luke, I just don't see this happening. I tell you, I'd love to see this player prove me wrong, though.
This putt is for double bogey.
Now 7 shots behind after that.
Golf is a game of confidence, and I like it, taking the big dog off the tee.
Par 5, and only the long players can reach in two. Find the fairway, then make a decision. Do I go over the large bunker 100 yards away, or do I lay back of it? Either way, you must make a par 5 here, because birdies will be had by the big hitters.
Oh, I like the courage here, Rich, getting after this par 5 in 2.
As they should. What a play. Hopefully they'll be rewarded for that play.
Oh, birdie with big wings. Great putt. And this player's moving up on the leaderboard after that hole. Here we have it. Trying to feed off the eagle and build on that momentum here.
Par 3 and a diabolical green, to say the least. The left-hand side sits much higher than the right-hand side, and the green is usually very firm. A tough ask.
Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it. Big chance here. It's always good to cozy it up to the hole on a long putt, isn't it? Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Time now to begin the 9th hole, Rich.
9th hole, bunkers down the left will not come into play, and this green sits below the players on their second shot. We have seen birdies made here in the past, but they are really difficult to come by.
That most resembles a boomerang. Luke, you know about those.
But this one ain't coming back, Rich. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Yeah, he's got around 125 here.
Outstanding shot. High quality. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Yeah, he's staring down about 12 feet.
Oh, lovely roll. Putting for par. That was a top-level approach shot, but unfortunately they walk off the green with a par. Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. Always love a new beginning. Here we are at the opening hole of the back 9, the 10th.
Par 4 straight away. A hole that is simple and difficult all in the same breath.
Oh, that was pure.
Not the result they were after there.
Not taking enough club to get it there.
Well, you like the look of those hands.
Great touch.
Sitting at a couple over for the day.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Teeing off now at the 11th hole.
Par 3 measures 231 yards from the back. A very difficult test indeed. A long green that is unforgiving as it slopes from back to front quite severely. Birdies are hard to run by, as pars can be as well.
Needs a little members bounce to the right. This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Nice soft hands around the green. What a skill to have.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
The leader now has a one-stroke advantage.
Next up is a par 4. Always a stern test.
Par 4, 510 yards. It is a brute. Those bunkers down the right-hand side are a natural attraction for wayward golf balls. Second shot is down the slope. A big, deep, gaping bunker on the right-hand side will also find its fair share of golf balls. All in all, just a tough hole, to say the least.
This one heading towards the green.
That's a terrific shot and sets up a birdie opportunity here at the 12th. This putt about 11 feet in distance. Is that a rush of blood?
A par putt on the table.
Job done. Let's head to the next. Now 6 strokes back after that hole. Let's see what happens here on the 13th hole, shall we?
Tee shot is uphill to a blind landing area. Green is surrounded by some deep bunkers. However, you miss all those, you find the surface in two, and you're going to have a pretty decent look at a birdie three.
That's heading into the rough, I think. Well, a little off the target with that one.
Now, coming out of the rough, missing the green was always in the cards.
Well, that's wonderfully played out of the sand.
This putt for par here.
Okay, let's head to the next. Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played. Let's begin the 14th.
Fairway sweeps from right to left down the hill. Should you find the fairway, you'll have a decent look at finding the green in two. But I gotta say, it is a difficult par four, and you'd be happy to walk away with that score.
This shot coming from around the 150-yard marker.
Puff of breeze moving this golf ball left to right.
They get a little ground draw here. Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This is downhill. Can't be too bold.
Don't want to state the obvious, Rich, but a little too hard, that one. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
This is what they have left for par here.
Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. Well, that's a shame. That'll drop them down the standings, that's for sure.
We've arrived at a par four.
Par four, and a fun little par four at that, just 421 yards from the back. Fairly generous fairway, but a green that can provide some entertainment as there's some different swales in the green, and your golf ball can go a-wandering if you're not careful.
That's the kind of strike that's going to make them come back every day of the week. Time now to play the second shot on the 15th hole. Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
Wind is absolutely swirling in this part of the golf course.
And he needs this to save par. Oh, just missed. Just 3 feet to the cup.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
In it goes, and that's unfortunately back-to-back bogeys.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
Sitting at 4 over for the day.
Unfortunately, backing up slowly but surely on that leaderboard, Luke.
This one's a par 3.
Par 3, I don't need to mention the one on the left-hand side. It speaks for itself.
Choosing the 9-iron here. Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here.
Little birdie look in here.
Looked like they hinged in that stroke. Just 9 feet remaining to the hole.
That will work.
Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort.
Next up is this 2-shot hole.
Severe dog leg from right to left. Second shot down the hill to a very narrow green.
Not really what they were hoping for there.
Oh, Henny, that looks like a putrid lie. Is it bad?
You can get great connection on this one. The rough's not going to cause any trouble. It's sitting good.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Time now for the 4th shot. Ooh, that almost went down.
That's a well-played chip shot there.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
A little slide happening here on the leaderboard. See if he can bounce back. Of all the finishing holes on the PGA Tour, Rich, there's plenty that feel that TPC Boston could be right up with the very best of them.
Long hitters are looking to take it down the left-hand side and get the extra chase on the golf ball down the slope. That'll leave them with a very short second shot to a dangerous green, big deep bunker right, and a large hollow on the left-hand side. Birdies and eagles have been made before, but so have 6s and 7s.
That's tiny. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Yeah, this is straight back into the breeze. Going to be a tough one.
That's out to the right for sure.
Well, there's the line, the greenside bunker.
Can they get this one up and down? And here we are with their 4th. Opportunity to make their par. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. And with that, this player has finished their Q School final. But Rich, Unfortunately, they didn't manage to make it to that all-important top 50 and won't be able to advance to the Corn Ferry Tour next season. However, on their side is the opportunity to do it all again next year.
The player's going to have a rough go of it for another year until they can get back and hopefully get into the Corn Ferry Tour Championships.
A fair bit of soul-searching, I would imagine.
There's going to be a lot of searching for your game a little bit. I mean, you're going to be traveling, living on the road full-time. It's not easy nor fun, but it can and hopefully will make this player better in the future.
Well, that's all we've got time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Bean, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy, plus all the hard-working folks behind the action at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time. .2K Sports and the Corn Ferry Tour are delighted to welcome you to this year's Q School Final.
It's time to get underway, so let's get into the coverage of this exciting event. Pleased you could join us for this second round action. Hi everyone, Luke Elvey alongside Rich Bean. And Rich, this player's trailing. Do they have to really step it up and get it going today?
Look, only a couple behind, so yeah, they are right into this at the moment. They've got to keep pressing on, not worry about what the players are doing around them, and keep their eye on the prize. Keep on that front foot and start making birdies.
Can't wait to see what unfolds. Let's see what kind of tone he sets for himself today. Setting up from the first cut here in the green. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
This one will run uphill.
Yeah, that's well judged. So it'll be a par to start their round.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole played.
As we head now to the par 5 next.
Players want to take out any club, driver, 3, whatever it takes, to miss the bunkers down the right-hand side in order to give them the best opportunity to knock it on in 2. However, danger lurks everywhere around this green, so players playing cautiously might want to consider laying up. Birdie 4s are always a good score on this hole, and you're never disappointed with a 5.
this shot from about 190 yards out. Looks to be going with the 6-iron. That's just inside the range.
Didn't quite get the approach close enough, so a long putt in front of them.
That was a gallant attempt.
Always nice to have a birdie putt.
That starts off on a good line.
Fair effort, that. Good birdie. Sitting at 5 over for the event. And coming off the birdie, they'll be proud of themselves, a chance to keep it rolling.
Par 3, measuring 208 yards, a difficult par 3 to say the least.
Going with the 6-iron here. Oh no, is that heading towards the bunker? Oh, that's unlucky. A buried line, the bunker. Doesn't get much harder. Getting ready to play their third. This is a bogey putt coming up. It's on a great line. Yeah, you'll take that. Sitting at 6 over for the event. Teeing off now on a short par 4.
Almost every player in the field will be going for this green. Where do you hit it? Front right part of the green is the perfect target. Missing it to the left in the bunker or long and right. That is not good.
Oh, he's caught up in some branches there. Henny, what does that lie look like?
Oh, no. This is nasty. Just no.
And here we are with the third shot. Playing their fourth shot. Wow, that almost went in the hole. This putt is of 9 feet.
That's a good save in the end for a bogey.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. And after a bogey at the last, they're looking for a big drive on this hole.
Dog legs from right to left. The big danger here is the green. 3 different tiers on this green. Find the correct one. You'll have a birdie opportunity. Miss it, and it's going to be a difficult 2-putt.
And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
He is right on the 150-yard marker here.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. Just didn't drop.
And that should secure the par on this one.
Sitting at 7 over for the event. Here we are at the 6th hole.
Bunkers down the right-hand side are a nuisance. The pond fronting the left part of the green should not come into play if players find the fairway off their tee shots. Second shot to a very flat green. You can get it close, but still difficult on this long par 4.
That's nicely done. Playing this one about 130 yards out. Opting for the 9-iron.
Going for less club here.
Well, that's well judged. Hole high, right inside the range.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 15 feet from the cup. He's staring down a birdie putt here.
3 feet to go here to the hole. Solid par putt, that. Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. Deep into the front 9. Here we are at the 7th hole.
Par 5, 600 yards straight away. Wanting to make birdies, but par is a good number.
Time for the second shot here at the 7th. Not quite sure about the strike on that one. This could be heading towards the rough. Getting ready to play their third. They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. Oh, well played.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. Let's see what happens here at the 8th.
Par 3, bunkers left and right. Not an easy par 3 to say the least.
Going with the 5-iron here.
This needs just a little work to the left-hand side.
Putting for birdie here.
It was on a good line. It's just about 3 feet away.
The putt drops, and we're moving on.
Our current leader enjoys a 5-shot advantage. Teeing off here at the 9th hole.
9th hole, bunkers down the left will not come into play, and this green sits below the players on their second shot. We have seen birdies made here in the past, but they are really difficult to come by.
That's a touch of the Freddie Couples rhythm right there.
And he's down there.
Setting up here from about 150 yards.
That swing looked a little jerky from where I'm sitting. And here we are with the 3rd shot. If he makes this, he'll save his par. Ouch, that hurts. Just 3 feet to the cup.
Some damage limitation. This one for a bogey.
Alrighty, Rich. This is crunch time. We're through 9 holes today, and this player's on the wrong side of the cut line.
Luke, I've been there and done that throughout my career. It's time to see what you're made of. Do they have it in them to make this cut?
Looks like they put a good swing on that one. That should find the short stuff. Second shot here at the 10th. That's some good golf right there. Lining up the birdie putt here. It's tracking. Ooh, right by the hole. And in it goes. Currently at +8 for the event. This hole is a par 3.
Par 3 measures 231 yards from the back. A very difficult test indeed. A long green that is unforgiving as it slopes from back to front quite severely. Birdies are hard to run by, as pars can be as well.
Opting for the hybrid, I think. A wonderful shot. A chance for birdie here on the 11th.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Firm back up the hill. This will be a good one. This is tracking right into the front of this cup.
Ooh, a little bit of a rush of blood by the looks of it.
Putting for a par now.
Our current leader is enjoying a 6-stroke advantage. Let's head to the 12th hole, shall we?
Par 4, 510 yards. Good luck.
That's a poor lie. Will he be able to get out of here?
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the sand.
Getting ready to play their third. Looks like they've got the 5-wood. That wasn't their best approach, Beamer.
Missing it short there. They will definitely be upset.
Putting for bogey here. Yeah, nicely holed.
Currently at +9 for the event.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
This hole here is a par 4.
Par 4, back up the hill, 447 yards. This is an adventure-filled par 4.
Oh, that one's got to get down and get down fast.
That's a chunky lie. It's going to take all their talents to get out of this one.
Going with the hybrid. Seemed to lose the handle on that shot.
Distance control nearly impossible coming out of this rough.
Handy effort, that one. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. Our leader is out in front by a whopping 5 strokes. Two great shots are required here because this hole is a long par 4.
Par 4, sweeping from right to left down the hill. This is a challenging hole.
Well, that's a handy shot. Lining up from around 160 yards. Chosen the pitching wedge here. Yep, that one's on the dance floor. You can two-putt that for sure.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down.
Oh, so close. And that should secure the par on this one. Sitting at 9 over par. Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
Par 4, 421 yards. A lot of fun can be had here, but be careful of the green. It'll get you if you're not careful.
Oh, golf clap. That's a beauty. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
He's setting up here from about 115 yards.
See if he can get that one to come back to the left a little.
And he's down there. You got to read.
Setting up this putt 28 feet from the cup.
That's a good putt to make. That sets the great players from the good ones. Oh, what a shot that was. Why don't we revisit the magic?
They got their putting boots on here. Look at how this ball rolls end to end. Thing of beauty.
Our current leader enjoys a 5-shot advantage. I'm pretty sure this player will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one.
Watch out for this green. There's a large shelf on the right-hand side. If it's up there, good luck getting it close. And whatever you do, don't be silly and hit it left in the water. That's just a bad shot.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. That was a little untidy, wasn't it? Straight into the water. And here we are with the third shot. This one could take a little bounce to the left. Yeah, nicely played. Putting for bogey. Okay, steady now. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. Sitting at 10 over par for the event. Let's see what happens here at the 17th.
Dog leg from right to left. Second shot is down the slope. Lots of bunkers on this hole, but should you avoid them and find this sliver of a green, then birdie will be on your mind.
Great shot. Not bad. 18 feet to the cup.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
It's got a chance.
Well, that was a terrific hole for this player. Now just 2 strokes outside the cut.
And as the scorecard suggests, heading up the leaderboard. It's time to tee off on the 18th hole.
Players will be thinking birdie, but 6s and 7s will come along if you're not careful.
Nicely done. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Yep, I've paced this. He's got around 195. I don't know if they meant to do that.
Getting ready to play their third. Time now for the fourth shot. Oh, I thought that one was going in. 8 feet to the cup. That's frustrating.
A bogey puddle.
And with that, this player has finished their Q School final. But Rich, unfortunately, they didn't manage to make it to that all-important top 50 and won't be able to advance to the Corn Ferry Tour next season. However, on their side is the opportunity to do it all again next year.
The player's going to have a rough go of it for another year until they can get back and hopefully get into the Corn Ferry Tour Championships.
A fair bit of soul searching, I would imagine.
There's going to be a lot of searching for your game a little bit. I mean, you're going to be traveling, living on the road full time. It's not easy nor fun, but it can and hopefully will make this player better in the future.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in and see you next time.
.2K Sports and the Corn Ferry Tour are proud to bring you this year's Q School final. Without further ado, let's get into the coverage of this exciting event.
Pleased you could join us for this first round action.
I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam. Glad to have you back in the booth, mate.
Looking forward to the action out on the golf course today, Luke.
And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Got to make sure to control the flight here because the wind, well, is straight into their face.
Yeah, that one's looking good. This putt is about 8 feet.
On a nice line.
That was a gallant attempt.
A par putt awaits.
Just didn't drop.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains.
Sitting at 1 over for the event. Here we have a par 5. Is it time to get after it or play it safe?
Players looking to make 4 here, but never disappointed with a par 5.
Come on, you're better than that.
Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the second cut. This is not sitting nicely.
And choosing the 8-iron here. And that one's headed to the drink. And here we are with their 4.
Now, this is a challenging one. A lengthy putt awaits.
Gotta try and save the par here.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? There's part of about 6 feet coming up.
Try and keep that scorecard a little less dirty. This is for bogey.
Yeah, not much to sweat there. And unfortunately heading in the wrong direction on the leaderboard after that hole. Let's see what happens here at the 3rd hole.
A split green here. It is difficult to make birdie 2s, but par 3s should be had.
Opting for the 6 iron. This one needs to kick left. That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Setting up this putt 14 feet from the cup.
An opportunity to make a par here. Nice little putt to hole, that one.
And with that effort, now 3 over for the tournament. The 4th at TPC Boston, Rich. A great short par 4.
Players looking to make birdie or better. The only difficulty is finding that front bunker. That's when big numbers can be had. For sure, birdies galore.
Now this one looks to be heading down the runway. Sitting at 3 over. Sadly hasn't made a putt all day. Hopefully that can change here.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole.
Well, I think they fell in love with the line, forgot about the pace.
Trailing by 7 after that hole. Time to take a look at what this par 4 might be in order.
Dog legs from right to left. The big danger here is the green. 3 different tiers on this green. Find the correct one. You'll have a birdie opportunity. Miss it, and it's going to be a difficult 2-putt.
Well, this is not a good outcome. Buried in the deep stuff. Going with the 9 iron, I think. That wasn't their best, Beamer. Well, Rich, think they're going to make this one?
Luke, I got to say, I don't like their chances. I have been wrong once before, but I really can't remember when that was.
Well, it's a bit disappointing.
Oh, these are big momentum putts. Let's make this one from 9 feet. Just hammered that through the line. And this one is for bogey. That's well holed. Now 8 shots back after that hole.
Let's see what happens here on the 6th.
Bunkers down the right-hand side are a nuisance. The pond fronting the left part of the green should not come into play if players find the fairway off their tee shots. Second shot to a very flat green. You can get it close, but still difficult on this long par 4.
That didn't look like their best swing there. The 6th hole, particularly the approach, Rich, at TPC Boston's a very strong one.
If they put the pin other than front left near the water, it's a good birdie opportunity. But once that pin sneaks over to the left-hand side, watch out. Bogeys and doubles come into the equation very quickly.
And if this can go down, he'll save par.
And there it is. Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole.
Teeing off here at the 7th.
Par 5, and only the long players can reach in two. Find the fairway, then make a decision. Do I go over the large bunker 100 yards away, or do I lay back of it? Either way, you must make a par 5 here, because birdies will be had by the big hitters.
Bit untidy, wasn't it? Oh, he's hit a tree. Taking aim from about 180 yards here.
Breeze coming right into his melon.
Looks to be going with the 6-iron. That was a little loose. Don't expect a good lie here. This would be a great up and down. Let's see if he can make this and keep the par on the card. Oh, that looks like a pure stroke. Now 8 shots back after that hole. Just a couple to play here on the opening 9. Here's the tee shot at the 8th.
Par 3 and a diabolical green, to say the least. The left-hand side sits much higher than the right-hand side, and the green is usually very firm. A tough ask.
Going with the 6-iron here. This one looks like it's going right. This next shot coming up from the sand. Okay, so that's step 1, but now going to hold a mid-range putt. Oh, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. And that's the kind of fighting spirit that keeps a good round going.
And to be fair, getting it up and down out of the bunker, albeit that was a pretty simple, straightforward bunker shot.
Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. Here we go. We're beginning the 9th hole now.
9th hole, bunkers down the left will not come into play, and this green sits below the players on their second shot. We have seen birdies made here in the past, but they are really difficult to come by.
Oh, good drive. That one should find the fairway. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Setting up here from about 155.
Going with the pitching wedge here. That was a little bit of a misfire, I'd say.
Oh, a little shorty Baker on that action there.
Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
Look, I got to say, I'm really not liking their chances here, but you never know. Stranger things have happened.
And this next putt, it's for bogey. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. And on the tee now, coming off the bogey. Might have a bit of a sting in the tail, I'd imagine.
Par 4, this hole plays so much more difficult than the yardage. Water to the left of the green, bunkers surrounding it on both sides. Find the fairway, you'll have a good look at making birdie. You miss the fairway, good luck. 4s, 5s, and 6s come into the equation.
Henny, do you have a better look at this lie?
He is not going to like this one bit. This is what bad lies are made of.
That was a bit of a miscue.
Oh, look at that. The wind just wreaking havoc with that shot. Disappointing.
Very crafty, that shot.
Such soft hands.
Well, this would be a great par putt if he can make this. Not sure if they understood the lie of the land there, Rich. Just 3 feet to go to the hole. Don't miss this. They can be costly. Just can't seem to get off the bogey train here, Rich.
Yeah, making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. A chance to put last hole's bogey behind them here at this tee.
Par 3 measures 231 yards from the back. A very difficult test indeed. A long green that is unforgiving as it slopes from back to front quite severely. birdies are hard to run by, as pars can be as well.
And here we are with the third shot. Five feet coming up to the cup. Ouch, that hurts.
Time to make a putt here. This one's for double.
Yeah, well holed. Let's move on. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. And coming off a double bogey, you'd imagine their heads down a bit. Time to just clear that from the mind.
Par 4, 510 yards. Good luck. You'll need it.
Second shot here on the 12th. Going with the 8-iron here.
Just a little off with the accuracy there. Unable to find the green.
Another missed green in regulation. They got to do better.
And a par putt awaits him. You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one.
The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. Time to face a par 4 now.
Tee shot up the hill to a blind landing area. Second shot is to a green that is surrounded by a cavern of bunkers. If you miss all those and find the green in 2, then you'll have a decent look at a birdie 3.
That's really not what they were looking for.
Henny, what's the player facing here?
He's got roughly 105 yards here.
That got a little out of control, I think.
Gotta believe the wind affected the golf ball there.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Yeah, he's got just over 16 feet here. This for par.
They'll be disappointed with that one. That was a pushed putt.
And this one will be for bogey. And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. Let's see what happens here at the 14th.
Fairway sweeps from right to left down the hill. Should you find the fairway, you'll have a decent look at finding the green in 2. But I gotta say, it is a difficult par 4, and you'd be happy to walk away with that score. Nicely done.
The 14th hole at TPC Boston is a par 5 for the locals, a converted par 4 for the tournament, Rich, and it's a strong second shot down the hill.
Second shot, very narrow opening to this green. If you miss it out to the right in the bunkers, you have a difficult time getting it up and down. Out to the left, you have some options. Pars can be made.
Looks like they may have pushed that one.
Par putt coming up here. And as they leave that hole, Rich, you'd imagine a little bit frustrated after such a great shot in. Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant.
Let's see what happens here on the 15th.
Par 4, 421 yards, a seemingly simple par 4.
Henny, how bad is this lie?
He's eyeing this up and he's pleased with what he's seeing. This is sitting nicely.
Where will this one end up? Where did that come from? That's not his style. Getting ready to play their third. And from the bunker here, looking for an up and down. What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. Bogey putt coming up here. Sitting at 10 over for the round. Stepping up to the 16th tee now.
Par 3, I don't need to mention the one on the left-hand side. It speaks for itself.
Come on, get a good bounce to the left. Yeah, not a bad effort, that one. Up onto the green and a chance to hole your putt. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread.
It defies gravity, that one. That should have chased out more, but it didn't.
Sitting at 10 over par for the day. Time to face a par 4.
Severe dog leg from right to left. Second shot down the hill to a very narrow green.
Just let that shot be water off a duck's back. Henny, that ball seems to be sitting down. Is it bad?
Yeah, this is not what they wanted. There might be a couple of hits here.
And here we are with the third shot.
Wind is blowing left to right. Going to try and hold it against the wind.
Yeah, this is lovely.
Playing their fourth shot. Now, long-range putt coming up here. It'd be good to make a bomb, wouldn't it?
It looks like he pushed that one.
And this next putt here is for a double bogey. And down it goes. Sitting at 12 over for the round.
And moving down the leaderboard as well.
Of all the finishing holes on the PGA Tour, Rich, there's plenty that feel that TPC Boston could be right up with the very best of them.
Long hitters are looking to take it down the left-hand side and get the extra chase on the golf ball down the slope. That'll leave them with a very short second shot to a dangerous green, big deep bunker right, and a large hollow on the left-hand side. Birdies and eagles have been made before, but so have sixes and sevens.
Oh, the dreaded not going straight ball.
Lining up now, this shot from the fairway bunker. Yeah, that won't hurt you. Back in the fairway. Getting ready to play their third. Well, Rich, that's a shot they'd like to have back again for sure. Time now for the fourth shot. Time for the fifth shot.
Found the green side rough. Still, not a bad spot. That's a touch of class. Terrific little chip.
And with that, this player has finished their Q School final. But Rich, unfortunately, they didn't manage to make it to that all-important top 50 and won't be able to advance to the Corn Ferry Tour next season. However, on their side is the opportunity to do it all again next year.
The player's going to have a rough go of it for another year until they can get back and hopefully get into the Corn Ferry Tour Championships.
A fair bit of soul-searching, I would imagine.
There's going to be a lot of searching for your game a little bit. I mean, you're going to be traveling, living on the road full-time. It's not easy nor fun, but it can and hopefully will make this player better in the future.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now.